Hey everyone, isn't that sound amazing? So many tree frogs. This is a extremely popular moose area at night. Making sure there's none around now. There'll definitely be some here tonight. We're gonna set some cameras up. Actually, just one. This road is recently closed. Absolutely no traffic to scare them away. No vehicles are allowed down here anymore, but I took the walk. Hear my voice? I'm scaring all the frogs. They all shut up, and it's completely quiet now. Completely quiet. They'll be back in a minute. Ticks are really bad this year, so I want to try not to get covered in them. Last year, we left some cameras at the same exact spot, but it was actually a drought, so most of this mud was dried up. I'm wearing my boots, so anything that's in this grass won't be able to get on me. Really freaked me out this morning. Driving, there was like 8 of them on the dashboard. I don't know how they got there. I know I didn't track them in because there's no way they would have got up there. I must have brushed up against something and they came in through the vents. But those ticks are why the moose are slowly dying out. And people think hunting the moose means less ticks, but I don't believe that stuff because there's still tons of deer. Yeah, there's not even as many moose tracks as there usually are. This place is usually mobbed with them, but there's definitely tracks, but it seems like less than usual. And this is one of their main trails. It doesn't look as worn as on a normal year. But this place is actually greener than I thought. The trees are actually growing leaves in April, but I guess that's because we're at lower elevation in Maine. All right. Just want to get a good view looking out at their swamp. And I think I'm going to choose this tree over here. Yeah, that should be a good tree. We're going to put it right there. Alrighty, we still got a full charge out here, and just want to check the menu. We're going to be recording at video lengths of 30 seconds. We don't need pictures. Alright, this is all set. Pictures tell you the temperature. For some reason, the videos don't. That's not a big deal. This flashing right here is doing a little countdown. It's definitely going to record me a few times leaving. Alright, it's facing out. Hopefully that's a good enough angle. I think it is. Especially if the moose are in their more muddy area. That's a good camera. That one has the wide angle. It's looking at my feet for ticks. It's over there. Unless you were looking for it, you would not even know where it is. But we'll check back on that in like a week. So this week, I took off. We're just gonna travel the woods. Brought enough gas cans with me. I don't have to go into town probably all week. I brought enough gas cans with me. I have like a 750-mile range out here. Gas prices are going up. I did this trip, same trip last year. Cost me like 30 bucks to fill up the vehicle and all the cans, because that's when gas prices were like $1.30 up here. Now they're $2.84. So I had to pay like $60 for this trip. All right. Oh, here comes the frogs. They're gonna sing again for us and hopefully attract some good moose. Hey everyone, it's now the middle of June, coming back after almost 2 months to retrieve the trail cameras. I left them in this moose swamp for about 3 days. Nothing happened. I was really surprised because we always see a ton of stuff here, but then I realized why. it was early spring. They have a ton of mud all over the entire area. But now that it's getting really hot out, today's 97 degrees Fahrenheit, this is one of the only remaining mud holes in the general area. So there should be a lot of more recent stuff. I even saw baby moose driving on the road. Now you might notice there's like a few plants in the middle of the road here. This is actually a gated logging road because there's a few houses at the end of it. Like, this is logging property, so it's fine to set the cameras up here, but the houses down here, I guess the logging company allows them to gate it. Okay, we don't see any moose, but as you can see, there's still mud, even though we're almost in a drought again. All right, let's look around. Yeah, you can see right here, definitely moose going in and out. Definitely recent moose tracks. I see a few deer prints, but not as much as we used to see, because you see, that's been rained on a ton. But I'm sure there's going to be something on our camera. Assuming, is it there? Hoping it's still there. Oh, yeah, I see it. I'm dumb. When I first set it up, it was over there. Forgot I moved it. What do we see here? See a bunch of deer tracks. Yep. There are moose tracks too, but they've been rained on a ton, and they've mostly been underwater. Don't see any ticks on myself. Northern Maine, like where this is, there's barely any ticks. I can't believe it. It's because there's grouse birds absolutely everywhere, and that's their food source. Okay, now we're in this area. Yeah, it's still mostly deer tracks, but I'm sure there's going to be some other cool things. It's been 2 entire months. Now this trail here is heading into a lake where there's a bunch of bogs. You can tell it's not growing in. There's still a ton of animal traffic, but I'm not really seeing, like, that's a moose print. That's been rained on a ton. All right, let's grab the camera. Thankfully, no one messed with it. Yeah, we got a couple moose on there. Mostly deer, though. Camera's incredibly efficient. It's still showing 100% battery, even though it took 200 minutes of footage, because I have it set to do 1-minute increments. Incredibly hot out. For a place to go into the woods. It doesn't see a path anywhere. Currently running at 14 miles an hour. It's amazing it's not just jumping into the woods. That's what they would usually do. Because there's no road for like another mile. Oh, nope. This just broke a record for me. I've never seen one go this far. Well, it's still up there. It's just around the corner. You can't see it until we make the corner. There it is. Things don't tire out, do they? It's kind of like a horse that could just keep going. Oh, around another corner. I can't keep holding that tripod. Still going. I can't go by it because it could try to run in front of the vehicle. Oh, don't fall in the sinkhole. You saw that, right? It did stumble. It got, I think one of its feet went in that sinkhole that was marked by that stick. Yeah, like I said, there's not another road. It's probably a half a mile now. If I knew it would just keep doing this, I would just tripped on the tree. Wow. I would have measured the mileage or how far this thing is going. It has to be at least a mile now. Well, I can do the math. If it's traveling at an average of 14 miles an hour and it's been almost 5 minutes, honestly, I don't know if this. I don't think this thing is scared. It just doesn't know what's happening, I guess. Because if it was scared, I think it would just leap into the woods. Because it's not like these trees are tight together. You can see that. Oh, you see that right there on the left? It could have taken that. That was a road. another road. Which way is it gonna go? Ah, come on, you're not gonna turn? Oh, come on, there's a big opening there. You're not gonna move off the road? There's like a whole field right there that they cleared. It's still doing pretty good, the pace. It's not slowing. It's actually, we're going down a hill now. It has sped up to 16 miles an hour. Going up the hill, it was like 12. Go on up. Oh, come on. Kind of feeling bad for it. Just gotta take this road. Just waiting for it to leave. It had 2 other roads it could have gone down. Nope. That was another opening. Why didn't it run in there? Sharp culvert. It's missing all these opportunities. Oh, look at that. It literally just fell over. Did you see that? It just tripped on the tree. This happened once with a coyote, but it was only a minute. And I thought that was amazing. But that was the winter. There was big snowbanks. It didn't know where to go, but this, okay, there's another road right here to the left. Come on, turn. Moose doesn't want to turn. Can you let me pass? Doesn't want me to pass now. Thing's got to be getting tired now. It's slowing down. I just don't want it to jump in front of the vehicle as I go around it. You see? I try to go around it. It's just... Another missed opportunity, another clearing. It's definitely... Oh, come on, this is getting out of hand. Let me go around. It's like... It's following my beam of light. You see that, right? I go this way, it goes right in front of me. Now I'm gonna go over here, and it's like following my light. Like, it's traveling somewhere, but it's using my headlights to see. Because these things have horrible eyesight in the nighttime. This road usually has a speed limit of 35 miles an hour. I don't know what this thing's gonna do if a car comes in the other direction. Okay, is it gonna let me pass? I don't mind passing it if it's only 10 miles an hour, but you see, it just keeps getting in front of the vehicle. Come on, Moose. Here's a road. Take it. Go on. Take the turn, yes. Finally. Where is it? About time. That thing was getting tired out. It was going about 8 miles an hour there at the end. Honestly, that was actually my turn I was supposed to take, but this loops around in a few miles. That moose is getting bothered enough. Who knows? Maybe when I get to where I'm going, I might even meet back up with it, because I gotta reconnect with that road. But I doubt it's gonna run a couple miles in a straight direction. It might, it just did it for us. It might. Wow, check out the difference here. That only a month makes. It's so grown in. We were here a month ago unclogging a culvert here. This was all flooded up through those plants. But now we're currently in a drought. This pond here, it's only here because this is a big beaver dam blocking almost the entire underside of the bridge except where it looks like they scooped with an excavator. You can see there's zero flow, but the beavers built a series of locks to keep a bunch of the water there. But for some reason, other than that bridge, which could obviously handle it, there's a culvert here that we unclogged. Oh, look at a school of fish coming out of that culvert. All right, so we found this culvert about a month ago. Water was up to here, just above the culvert. There was a tiny little whirlpool, so it was working when we found it, but I went in there with the rake, got it going a tremendous amount. Checked back after a few hours, it dropped below the pipeline. So what do we got inside? There's a few things in the way. Nothing really. The end of it's of course bent like every other culvert out here because the logging company's not careful with their excavator. I got a nice school of fish. That's kind of sad actually. You know why? Because I don't think they can actually go out the other end of the culvert. I see a little bit of flow, but there, see that wall of rocks? They're kind of trapped in this little pond. I remember last year during the severe drought, we actually walked up in here because there's a giant beaver pond just beyond that tree line. And that was completely dried up, like a 5-foot pond. I bet this will completely dry up. Those fish they're dead, but they'll become some raccoon food, of course. So this is the other side of the street where that culvert's coming out. I'm sure those fish could probably weasel their way through all that. But where they're gonna go, that's barely even trickling. Well, the raccoons will have some food. Or maybe a bear. It's very rare when this area can get to 97 degrees like this. But it's there now. No wonder all that stuff's drying up. I was thinking maybe come back with a net to move the fish to another body of water. But that's not the natural way of doing it. Just let the raccoons eat them. Raccoons will be happy. And also, that probably happens there every year. That's what you gotta think about.